friends. Welcome. Today we are studying Standard 10th Prose 1.3 on Wings of Courage.
About the prose. On Wings of Courage. Air Marshal Arjan Singh is a jewel of a person, quite efficient and firm, unexcitable but a very able leader. Yashwantrao Chauhan, former defense minister.
Warming up. The ranks of officers in Indian Army, Navy and Air Force are jumbled up. Put them in the appropriate boxes. Army. Brigadier. Major. Colonel. Field Marshal. Lieutenant General. Navy. Commander. Vice Admiral. Admiral of Fleet. Commodore. Rear Admiral. Air Force. Wing Commander. Squadron Leader. Air Marshal. Flying Officer. Air Commodore. Make sentences to bring out the difference between by using homophones. Make sentences to bring out the difference between by using homophones.
A summary of the text. This is a description of the Air Force Marshal Arjan Singh. Arjan Singh was born on April 15, 1919, in Lyalpur, now Faisalarabad, Pakistan, and completed his education at Montgomery, now Sahiwal, Pakistan. Singh was selected for the Empire Pilot Training Course at Royal Air Force, RAF, Cranwell in 1938 when he was 19 years old. He retired from service in 1969. Singh is an icon of India's military history, will always be remembered as a war hero who had successfully led a young RAF during the 1965 Indo-Pak War. Singh is the only officer to attain the highest post of Marshal, the Air Force equivalent to the Army's 5-star Field Marshal. He was a fearless and exceptional pilot who had flown more than 60 different types of aircraft. Singh was honored with the rank of Marshal on the Republic Day in 2002. Singh was awarded Padma Vibhushan for his astute leadership of the Air Force during the war. He retired in August 1969, thereupon accepting ambassadorship to Switzerland. He was Lieutenant Governor of Delhi from December 1989 to December 1990.
New words. New words.
Marginal questions. Why is Air Force Marshal Arjan Singh considered an outstanding military personality? Air Force Marshal Arjan Singh had successfully led a young IAF during the 1965 Indo-Pak War. Besides, he had the distinction of having flown more than 60 different types of aircraft. As he is a source of inspiration to all personnel of armed forces through the years for his remarkable contribution to the IAF, he is considered an outstanding military personality. What personality traits of Arjan Singh are mentioned here? Arjan Singh was a man of few words. He was a fearless pilot and had profound knowledge about air power which he applied in a wider spectrum of areas. These are the personality traits mentioned here. What enabled Arjan Singh to the DFC award? In 1944, Arjan Singh led a squadron against the Japanese during the Arakan campaign and later assisted the advance of the Allied forces to Yangon. These contributions enabled him to receive the DFC award. At what age did Arjan Singh become a squadron leader? Arjan Singh became a squadron leader at the age of 25. For how long did Arjan Singh hold the post of AOC? Arjan Singh held the post of the AOC for 7 years, initially from 1949 to 1952 and then again from 1957 to 1961. What uphill task did Arjan Singh face when he took over as Air Marshal? When Arjan Singh took over as Air Marshal, he faced the uphill task of rebuilding IAF and gearing it up to meet new challenges. What other important positions did Arjan Singh hold after his retirement? After his retirement in 1969, Arjan Singh accepted the ambassadorship to Switzerland. He was the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi from December 1989 to December 1990.
Workshop. Read the text and fill in the flow chart of the promotions received by Mr. Singh. Member of Number 1 RAF. Flying Officer. Squadron Leader. Air Commodore. Group Captain. Wing Commander. Marshal of the Air Force. With the help of facts given in the text, prepare a fact file of Air Marshal Arjan Singh. Complete the web diagram of qualities of Mr. Singh. Replace the underlined words or phrases with the appropriate ones to retain the proper meaning. Registered words. Build a word wall with the words related with military. State the different meanings of the following pairs of homophones, and make sentences of your own with each of The following homographs have the same spelling and pronunciation, but can have different meanings. Make sentences of your own to show the difference.
So, friends, we have studied about Marshal Arjan Singh. Hope you enjoyed it.